What is up PG Nation, I'm Ben, and in today's video, my picks for the best online FPS and offline FPS going head to head. And while I have you here, just a quick reminder to hit the subscribe button and turn on all notifications. I would love it if you did, and if you do, you will get your comment on screen like right now. And without any further ado, let's do this! Number 5 online, Shadowgun Legends. When Shadowgun Legends first came out, I made a dedicated video describing it as the mobile Destiny, and I will leave a link down in the description if you wanna check it out. But it's fair to say that this is a solid game all around. You got the sharp visuals, throw in some sci-fi seasoning, and plenty of PvP and PvE content. In other words, there's something here for everyone, whether you're looking for a competitive multiplayer to play against your friends, a looter shooter, or some co-op campaign missions. And what's more is that you can even play it with your favorite Bluetooth controller. So to sum up, we don't have a Destiny or Halo on mobile, but Shadowgun Legends is as close as it gets. Number 5 offline, Modern Combat for 0 Hour. There was a time when Gameloft used to drop one heavy hitter after another. Who remembers all the gangster games, Asphalt, and the Modern Combat series? And the fourth MC, named 0 Hour, was such a jaw-dropping FPS when it came out, and is still a pretty decent choice for the price tag even today. The game is well polished with decent visuals and soundtrack, and the Modern Combat series is heavily inspired from the Call of Duty franchise, and to me and many fans of single-player FPS, this one is the best in the series, despite the fact that it has in-app purchases even though it's a paid app, so if you can accept that and pass beyond it, you will have a good time guaranteed. Otherwise, you can always wait for a sale and pick it up for $1 or so. Number 4 online, Standoff 2. Standoff 2 is the Jon Snow to CSGO, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who thinks that this is what a CSGO would be on mobile, unofficially of course. You can jump into the single player or multiplayer, which has ranked games, collect weapon skins, join clans, and even sell your skins in the marketplace. And just as in CSGO, the gameplay here is more slow paced than your standard FPS. So patience is key while traversing small maps to take out your competition. This is not the FPS for you if you wanna go in full force without a plan, but like I said, with patience and a lot of practice, Standoff 2 pays off big times and it's a high recommendation. Number 4 offline, Dead Effect 2. I remember the first Dead Effect being one of the very first decent shooters on mobile, then the second was even better. And yes, this game will turn 8 years old later this year, but that doesn't take anything from what it has to offer, and we're talking decent graphics, great story, and a high adrenaline gameplay that will suck you in right away. Dead Effect 2 also features a ton of weapons and gadgets and a single player campaign that is both intriguing and will have you on your toes for the 20 hours or so that it takes to complete. So if you're on the lookout for an offline FPS with a great storyline, fun gameplay, and that will keep you on the edge of your seat, this one is a no-brainer. Number 3 online, World War Heroes. Since Battlefield Mobile is getting cancelled before even getting a release, and that's a shame, I thought I would talk about an excellent alternative, and that is World War Heroes. This is, as you might have guessed, a war-based FPS taking place in World War II settings. There's a variety of assault rifles, pistols, machine guns, and other weapons from the era, plenty of game modes, and you can even drive a freaking tank. World War Heroes is over 5 years old at the time of this video and is still getting constant updates. It's loads of fun and keeps it on the low side when it comes to ads. A worthy option indeed if you were waiting for Battlefield Mobile to scratch that itch. Number 3 offline, Morphit. Morphit draws a lot from the infamous No Man's Sky, as in, this is a first-person adventure where you get to travel through a galaxy packed with thousands of randomly generated planets, each with its own plants and creatures to discover and hostilities to shoot. But unlike No Man's Sky, each planet you land on is a big large area rather than a massive planet, making the progression through the game much more manageable. And there is a story here that is engaging and works well with the game's mechanics, as you'll be scanning new plants and animals that you can later sell for money, which can be used to upgrade your gear and weapons. It's fun and satisfying, so no complaints there. Morphit is absolutely gorgeous, fun, and the soundtrack is great. Definitely recommend it. Number 2 online, Apex Legends Mobile. Talking about Apex Legends Mobile for me and probably for some of you is a bittersweet thing. Sweet because after waiting for the game for so long, it didn't disappoint. We got a very close port to the PC and console game with smooth gameplay and mobile exclusive features like the legends you can't find on other versions. At the same time, it's bitter to talk about this game because at the time I'm making this video, the news dropped that the game will be shutting down May 1st, despite being a global success and winning Best Game of the Year award on Android and iOS for 2022. I'm actually thinking about making a video to dive deeper into the reasons why, and let me know down in the comments if that's something you want to see. And in the meantime, you can still enjoy some Apex Legends mobile awesomeness, so be sure to do so. Number 2 offline, Rise of Demons. Most of you are probably aware of the Doom games on mobile, and no, I'm not talking about Mighty Doom, which is far from being, mighty, but the classic Doom 1 and 2 ports, which are okay if you play with a controller. But if you want a game with the vibes of the excellent Doom reboot on consoles, Rise of Demon is your best bet. The gameplay is simple enough, as in run and shoot and pass as many levels as you can. You get to level up and upgrade your weapons with XP, skill points and energy core you're awarded at the end of each level, which also unlocks certain weapons. There's a good variety of demons, from your standard swarm of zombies to some massive monsters that work as level bosses. The levels are well designed in 3D, and there is a good variety of maps like dungeons, snowy mountains and castles, to name a few. Rise of Demons also features some roguelike elements and is an absolute blast to play for Doom and single-player FPS fans. Number 1 online, Call of Duty Mobile. No one can deny that Call of Duty Mobile is leading the pack as one of the best FPS games on mobile, with over 500 million downloads since its release back in 2019. And while we're not too far from its sequel to come out, Warzone Mobile, and I talk more about it in a separate video, link is down below, COD Mobile is still going strong. Generally speaking, competitive FPS games tend to age poorly, as they tend to evolve with newer hardware and so on. But Call of Duty Mobile never suffered from this issue. It was already ahead of its time and has developed a massive following. So you can fully expect a full course meal for all the game modes found in the Call of Duty franchise, from zombies to Battle Royale, along with other game modes that made it from the previous games, like Team Deathmatch with a ton of classic maps. It's an all-in-one package deal, and it's in one word, epic. Number 1 offline, Alien Isolation. Firo Interactive has a thing for developing some of the best ports on Android, and Alien Isolation is no exception. This is actually the full game along with all 7 DLCs, controller support and cloud save. The graphics are excellent, with several settings to support mid to high-end devices. Story-wise, Alien Isolation is set 15 years after the original Alien movie, and you play as Amanda Ripley, the daughter of Ellen Ripley. Your mother goes missing in mysterious circumstances, and you head over to Sevastopol Station to search for answers. As you can imagine, this won't be a straightforward happy reunion, but instead, you will find yourself dealing with one of space's most dangerous foes, in addition to the facehuggers, rogue androids and more. The game is a survival horror where you mainly rely on stealth to try and survive long enough to get off the ship in one piece, but the alien on board, along with the other fatal lurking things, have other plans for you. So not only this is one of the best survival horror FPS games ever made, it runs beautifully on Android, and since the mobile port is currently the cheapest version available all platforms combined, it's an easy recommendation if you haven't had the chance to play it yet or wanna jump into the extra content on the go. And that sums up the best online versus offline FPS games on mobile to play in 2023, but now I wanna hear from you down in the comments. Are you more into online or offline FPS games? Of course, as always, if you enjoyed this video, clicking the like button does help me out a lot and I would really appreciate that. And if you're new, consider subscribing because I put out new videos like this every week. Also, a special thanks to my YouTube members, and if you want to support my content as well, links are down in the description. You can also show some love to this video with a super thanks. Once again, I'm Ben, thank you AG Nation for watching, and I'll see you next time, right here on Android GameSpot. Stay epic!